Would you be okay with Congress giving her immunity to testify? That's what she wants.
I haven't thought about it. I don't know the answer.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The whole thing started when Caitlin Collins just laid it out there, a really direct question to Senator Sanders.
Super direct.
She asked him, point blank, would you be okay with Congress giving her immunity to testify? That's what she wants. And just to be clear, her is Ghislaine Maxwell.
Would you be okay with Congress giving her immunity to testify? That's what she wants.
I haven't thought about it. I don't know the answer to that.
No position.
You're the first person who has asked me about it.
Okay, well, when you have a position, will you let us know?
You'll be the first.
Right, Jeffrey Epstein's associate. And that question, wow, almost zero wiggle room, Not hypothetical, just a straight yes or no on a figure tied to some truly awful things.
Sets the stage for, well, you'd expect a clear answer, right? Or at least an answer.
You would think, especially from a seasoned politician.
But that's where it gets, well, interesting isn't quite the word. The report highlights Senator Sanders visibly hesitating.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I haven't thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of stumbled. I don't know the answer to that.
Followed by this noticeably long pause.
That pause. For Sanders, who usually has an opinion ready on just about everything, that felt significant, very telling.
It really did. And the observations we saw coming out of that segment, people immediately felt like something's off here. The body language says it all.
Yeah, it was described flat out as very odd. And there was even that specific note, someone pointed out, watch his hand closely towards the end. It looks like it's shaking of nervousness.
Wow.
So this focus on the nonverbal, the shaking hand, the pause, it just shows how much people read into those cues, especially when the words are, well, evasive.
Right. It's like in that vacuum of a clear answer, the body language shouts louder.
It really can. It shapes
Yeah.
perception, maybe more than the actual words sometimes. And Collins, you know her style. She didn't just let it hang there. She pressed him. No position.
And his reply, according to the report, came with this awkward grin. He said, "You're the first person who has asked me about it."
Which, okay, maybe it genuinely caught him by surprise, but this is a huge public issue.
It is. And for a major senator to suggest he hasn't even considered it, it definitely raises eyebrows. Seems unprepared, which is just unusual for him.
So Collins keeps pushing, asking for a stance, and Sanders visually says he'll be the first, meaning he'll tell her once he figures it out.
It's a classic move, right? A deferral, buys time, pushes the pressure down the road.
But does it work? In a situation like this, delaying can almost look worse than just taking a stand, even an unpopular one.
Absolutely. It can look like you're trying to figure out the right thing to say, the politically safe thing, instead of just saying what you think. Doesn't exactly build confidence.
And the public reaction, I mean, it speaks volumes, doesn't it? We saw several comments. One person said, Bernie's only topics of discussion relate to billionaires and oligarchy. Anything else is off limits.
That taps right into that feeling some folks have, that politicians just stick to their scripts, and when they can't or won't, well, it breeds cynicism.
Then there was another comment, much more direct, just how weird. Think he's on the list.
Whoa, okay, that's a huge leap, right? Straight to suspicion.
It is. But it shows how quickly people fill in the blanks when they see hesitation on something this serious. It suggests, maybe there's something personal, even with zero evidence. Just shows a lack of trust, maybe.
A real lack of trust. When leaders don't seem fully transparent, people's minds can go to dark places pretty quickly. And then that third comment.
Yeah, this one went even further. Cannot answer because he hasn't received his talking points or media responses. Puppet.
Puppet. Oof, that hits hard. It suggests a total lack of authenticity, that he's just waiting for instructions.
So taken together, these reactions, they range from frustration about him being evasive all the way to, well, suspecting really bad things, all from a few seconds of awkwardness.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? The intense scrutiny, every flicker, every pause, it all gets put under the microscope.